Let me tell you about a man I know. He was a Gulf NRI, 47 years old, 19 years abroad. He had built something real, 45 lakhs in Indian mutual funds, 2 SIPs running every month, an NRE account with disciplined savings. In March 2026, he received a termination letter, 30 days to pack, 30 days to leave. 30 days to figure out what happens to everything he had built. He called me with one question. Vinod, what happens to my money now? Here is the answer I gave him, and here's the answer I want to give every Gulf NRI watching this video right now. Your money is not gone. Your mutual fund units are still there. Your corpus is still there. But there is a window, a short, time-sensitive window, where the decisions you make determine whether you keep everything you built or lose a significant portion of it to taxes, penalties, and compliance mistakes that nobody warned you about. My name is Vinod Potayil. This channel, NRI Financial Insights, exists for one specific person. The NRI who is working hard abroad, building wealth in India, and deserves real, specific answers. Not generic financial advice built for resident Indians. If you are a Gulf NRI, and especially if you are watching this in 2026, this video could be the most important financial content you watch this year. Subscribe right now. I post twice a week. Everything here is built specifically for NR is like us. Let us start with the most urgent question. What happens to your SIP the moment your Gulf salary stops? Here is what most NRs do not know. Your SIP does not stop automatically. The SIP mandate you set up with your mutual fund house will keep trying to debit your NRE account every single month. Even after you have left the Gulf, even after your salary has stopped. And when it fails, because there is no money coming in, it is recorded as a failed transaction. Too many failed transactions and your SIP mandate gets cancelled by the bank. This affects your credit record with the fund house. And it creates a compliance trail that can complicate future investments. What you must do before you leave the Gulf is pause your SIPs formally through your AMC or investment platform, not cancel, pause. There is a difference. Cancelling a SIP means you lose your investment history. Pausing preserves everything while you restructure. Now, here's the part that most returning NRs get completely wrong, and getting it wrong costs lakhs of rupees. The moment you land in India permanently, your NRI status clock starts ticking. Under India's new Income Tax Act 2025, if you spend more than 182 days in India in a financial year, you are no longer classified as an NRI. Your tax status changes, and there is a stricter rule. If your Indian source income is above 15 lakh rupees per year, even just 120 days triggers a change. I have seen this happen to NRs who came back for a family event and stayed a few extra weeks. One man visited for his daughter's wedding. He stayed 125 days, and his entire tax and compliance situation changed, not because he planned to return, but because he stayed slightly too long. Count your days. Now I want to tell you about something called RNOR status. Listen carefully, because this is the most valuable financial tool available to every returning NRI. RNOR stands for resident, but not ordinarily resident. If you have been an NRI for 9 out of the last 10 financial years, which most long-term Gulf NRs qualify for, then when you return to India, you automatically get RNOR status for up to 3 years. During those 3 years, your Indian income is taxable, but your foreign income remains completely tax-free in India. What does that mean? Your Gulf savings sitting in your NRE account, tax-free. Your foreign investments, tax-free. Any income from abroad, tax-free for 3 full years. This RNOR window is worth lakhs of rupees to most returning NRIs. But you must know about it before you return, because once you miss it, it is gone forever. Now let us talk about your mutual fund corpus specifically. What actually happens to those units? The good news first. Your mutual fund units do not disappear. They are held in your folio. They remain exactly as they were when you were abroad. The fund house does not know you have returned until you update your KYC. But here is what changes. First, your tax treatment. As an NRI, TDS was deducted at source on your redemptions. 12.5% for long-term equity gains, 20% for short-term. As a returning resident, the tax rules shift. Redemption timing is critical. Redeeming in RNOR status makes a difference of lakhs. Second, your repatriation rights. Money in NRE accounts was fully repatriable. Once your status changes to resident, that freedom changes. Do not close your NRE account immediately. Let the RNOR window run. Third, and this is critical, Do not redeem in panic. The biggest mistake is liquidating the entire corpus the moment you land. Panic redemption triggers TDS and loses compounding. Let me now give you the 5-step emergency financial plan. Step 1. Pause your SIPs formally before leaving the Gulf. Contact each AMC before your last month of salary. Step 2. Do not close your NRE account. The tax-free interest and repatriation facility continues. You need it. Step 3. Calculate your RNOR window immediately. Know the start and end dates. Decisions should be made with this window in mind. Step 4. Do not touch your mutual fund corpus in panic. Your units are safe. Plan your strategy with a professional. Step 5. File your final NRI income tax return correctly. Split residency must be filed right to avoid problems for years. Let me close with this. The Gulf NRI who called me in March 2026, he did not lose his money. He paused his SIPs. He kept his NRE account open. He calculated his RNOR window. He did not touch his corpus in panic. Today, his mutual fund corpus is still intact and still growing. His RNOR status is protecting his foreign savings. The difference between his story and a financial disaster was not luck. It was knowledge, applied at the right time. 1. Subscribe to this channel. I post twice a week specifically for NREs. Every video is built for our situation. 2. Share this video with one Gulf NRI right now. This video could protect someone you care about. 3. Drop your questions in the comments below. What is your specific situation? Ask me. I read every comment. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to calculate your exact retirement number as a Gulf NRI. I will see you there.